What's up, everybody? Mike here, and just wanted to share my thoughts in a quick video on why I think multiplayer games, especially in the FPS genre, are dying. But before I do, just wanted to thank you all for taking your time to watch this video, and a special thanks to everyone that has been clicking on that subscribe button. You are all truly awesome for that, and I appreciate you all so much. And also a little bit of insight to the gameplay in the background. It is just one of the games I've been playing on Rivals. I've been hooked to Marvel Rivals recently, and this is one of my main characters, my main healer right here, Mr. Warlock. I've been really enjoying Adam Warlock. Really love that charge he's got and just sniping people across the map. That is so fun. And also, I ain't afraid to go healer, man. I really ain't. I really ain't afraid to go healer. I've been loving healer, so yeah. And this has definitely been my main. But either way, now the main point I wanted to talk about in this video is why I think multiplayer games, especially FPS games, are personally at an all-time low right now in this landscape of gaming that we are in, which is kind of ironic and funny since the multiplayer FPS titles are what really made things like online titles so popular in the first place. Like back in the late Xbox, OG Xbox, early Xbox 360 days, I feel like that's what really popularized and made online games so mainstream, and where we started jumping in parties and everything like that. Like, yeah, I know that might have been like on PC before maybe all that, but that's really what made it popular, is when people started hopping on 360 and hopping on Xbox parties and Halo and Call of Duty and all those other games. But yeah, I think that's just kind of ironic to me that the first genres, I should say, that popularized online gaming are now the ones that I think need the most attention. Because now, since we've reached the era of gaming, which I dubbed the Fortnite era, because we've just been getting a lot of games that are pretty much similar to what Fortnite did, which just has battle passes, skins, and all that shit. So, we're just getting a lot of games that are like that. I mean, even racing and sports games, for fuck's sake, have a battle pass in it. So to say that not every game is copying Fortnite and that we're not in the Fortnite era, that's why it's just dubbed the Fortnite era to me, just because every game is really just trying to copy that game. But when it comes to FPS titles, I feel like there hasn't been any much innovation since Fortnite came out, or there hasn't been a game to come up and switch the genre like Marvel Rivals did, because essentially it took over the player base of Overwatch. Now, when you think of hero shooters, Rivals is the first thought that comes to a lot of people's minds at this current time, which is crazy because, like I said in my previous Rivals video, I highlighted some of the reasons why I think that is. To me, it's pretty much just the accessibility, how it's so playable, how you can just jump in, play any hero. You don't have to be a specific role. You can change your role from healer to tank to DPS all in like one match. You don't have to be stuck in a role. I think that just makes it very accessible to everybody, and makes people want to jump in. The fact that you have all those AI matches and all those bot matches and all that, just makes everything accessible. So I really think that's why most of the people that have been playing Overwatch and some of the people like me that have been new to hero shooters have just jumped in onto this game and just been staying on just because of how fun and how accessible it is. But all I wanted to say, the whole reason why I'll say all of that is to say that when you think of pretty much first-person shooter games that are heavily multiplayer focused, you still think of COD, right? Everyone still thinks of COD, and now COD has been around for like ages, man. Like, that shit is never going to be the same. It's never going to be as good as it once was. All right, like back in, it's just never going to be good. Like, it's just so now riddled with algorithms and microtransactions and all that shit, that the people who still play COD after all these years, and I'm talking about the people who've been playing the OG CODs, like, you know what I'm saying, like the MW2 OG, Modern Warfare 3 OG, the Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1, like those people, I mean, y'all really are under some sunk cost fallacy type shit, man. Like, I really do feel sorry for you because y'all getting played year after year. Because as someone who plays COD from time to time, and not yearly, because don't get it twisted, I don't buy COD. The only reason why I picked up the current Call of Duty Black Ops 6, it was honestly because it was just on Game Pass, and like I didn't have to pay full price to access any of the betas or any of that shit. So I just jumped in and play it, and I play it casually from, like I said, maybe like once a month now, because the want to play that game is becoming less and less because of all like the shit that's in that game that is riddled with. But either way, someone who actually plays like other games and including other multiplayer games, whenever I hop on COD, I truly see how shit it is. You feel me? Because like I truly see like how bad of a multiplayer game it is, because I don't know who made the central servers, where they're connected to, or what, or who's paying them, but they obviously don't reset them shits, man, because that shit has not been reset since the Obama administration. All right, let me tell you, them servers have not been reset in a while, because the amount of packet loss and lag comp in the Call of Duty game is just horrendous. Like, honestly, I could be on a 95 plus ping game on this game here, Rivals, right? I could be on a game like that's probably in England or some shit, on like another different continent, and it will still play better than a game that's on 30 or less ping in Call of Duty. It's insane how much packet loss is in that game, and lag comp is in Call of Duty. But and for a Twitch shooter, that really shouldn't be, because Twitch shooters, you really need that shit to be fluid, and you need that shit to feel like like you're playing a Twitch shooter. It's just so slow and clunky. Anyway, but then on top of that, they put in like $30 skins on the daily. Like, that's actually wild. Like, it is crazy work, and I don't know how these people buy them shits, man, because y'all getting finessed. Y'all getting finessed, and it is true, because none of y'all will be able to use that skin whenever the next COD releases, right? And for a title that's been released yearly in a decade, right? Like, do people really buy them shits like every year? I'm just blown away by that. Anyway, my whole point of this video is to say the reason why I think multiplayer FPS games are just so stale right now is because it's just been dominated by COD, the same game for over a decade now, and there hasn't been any innovation or any other title to come and change up the FPS genre like there has been in numerous other genres, like the aforementioned Rivals, the one that you're currently watching. And honestly, multiplayer FPS games, it's going the way the sports games are going, man. Like, it's going the way of Madden and all these other titles where we just get yearly release slop with hundreds of microtransactions attached, so whales can appease the company shareholders for another quarter. Like, it's really sad to see, and it's just becoming the same old shit, just different genre. But like I said, back when COD was a fucking banger year after year, it was just because they actually had competition. Like, they had good Halo titles, good Gears titles, and Battlefield titles to compete with. And that's my point, really, is that there's no competition in this field. So devs and publishers actually had to try to win over the player base instead of banking on them to play their game, and whenever the player wants a multiplayer FPS fix. Instead, now all we get is that all we get from Call of Duty is just like a clear shell of itself, just rinsing and repeating the same old tired trends, and it always just ends up being a shallow version of the game it's trying to copy, Fortnite. Anyway, look, that's all I got for today. Thank you all so much for listening. If you made it this far, just seriously, you are truly amazing. You're truly a real G. I hope you all are having a good one, wherever you are. That's it for me. Peace.